Okay, people. Right. Future. Big Future. He's the certified savage. He is the baby mama offender in chief. He is the master of just offending women, offending the women from his life, the women in the streets. He's up to a madness. But today he's reached new heights, frankly, because this text has supposedly leaked, right? Apparently Future was having a conversation with his son, and he said to his own son, who is 8 years old apparently, "Your mother is a hoe." That's what's going on out here, okay? That's what's apparently going on out here. It's crazy. So I just wanted to take a little bit of a closer look at this, all right? So I've been trying to just decipher what this was all about, how this would come about. Why would you tell your son that your mum is a hoe? So here's the conversation, right? So the kid has sent a crying face, and like he must have hit Future up and said, "Daddy, I need some new kicks. I need some new spiked Louboutins, some new Balenciagas." I don't know what kind of designer drip Future's running around in. You would expect Future as some sort of drip god, some sort of fashionista. He would be supplying his son with the flyest drip in the game. Apparently that isn't the case, because his son's texting the crying face emoji, right? And he said, "Tell your mum." Probably an auto-tune. Hella auto-tune on it. "Tell your mum." Mumbled it. Tell my mum what? He says, "Buy you some clothes." He says, "Dad?" He says, "Your mother is a hoe." Now, I don't understand how this conversation could have gone down, because it's nonsensical. He says, Future's saved in the phone as Dad 1. Does that mean he's got multiple dads? The fucking the Maury Povich test results aren't in yet. He's got to have multiple dads. Dad 1, potential dad 2, so potential bae, potential dad. But for real, he's hit him with a crying face, and he said, tell your mum what, buy you some clothes." I feel like maybe some text is missing here, because it's just like, "Dad," it says, "Your mother is a hoe." What, like, I don't know what's going on, but it's possible that Future was trying to get a little situation going with the mum, and maybe the mum is a hoe, and I don't know. But anyway, this has been reposted on Academics, but I think it's been reposted courtesy of the woman who has been called a hoe. I mean, you're the one that made it public that someone's calling you a hoe, frankly. I mean, it's a bit of an L, isn't it? That kind of, you would be out here being like, "Oh, you're a coward. The boy's only 8 years old, stupid. How could you text this to a child?" Well, you've just made this public. So not only have you made you being called a hoe public business, but you've also now dragged this 8-year-old child into a public drama. Now, Future being the toxic man of the year, or all these things you want to say, this is a private message, so you've leaked this. You're dragging your child's fucking personal shit through the mud by even letting this get out there. So that's not a good look on the mother's behalf, I would say. And let's be real, right? Maybe he shouldn't have texted that to an 8-year-old, if true. But also, I gotta know is she hoeing? Is she hoeing though? Because I need some background. Anyway, this is the supposed, they saved the screen grab. But what I want to know, right? Here's I'm going to be Detective Traplaw for a minute, okay? These are a woman's fingernails, right? Unless his 8-year-old son is getting the full on I don't even know what it's called, but the full treatment, the full getting his full nails did. I'm guessing this is the mother who has been called a hoe. And this isn't a screen grab. That's a screen... Well, no, this is somebody's taken a photograph of the phone. So it's like she's taken the phone before the kids even had a chance to send the message. And she's taken a picture with another phone, one phone of another phone, a phone within a phone, of the notification, not the message. The notification will go away once you've clicked on it. So she's taken a picture of the notification, and it's only 2 minutes ago. Now, I would wager... Here's my little theory. I've just come up with it this second, but here's what I would wager. Future probably worked out, right? Future probably worked out that the kid's mum is using the kid's phone to try and finesse some shoes. Future's saying, "Tell your mum to buy you some clothes. Your mother's a hoe." But I don't know, like, she's clearly in control of the phone, because only 2 minutes after that was received, if real, which we don't even know if it's real, it's Dad 1, that could be anyone. All you got to do is put some shitty... just anyone's number, rename them Dad 1. You know what I mean? At least have a picture of Future. At least call it Super Future. You know what I'm saying? Future Hendrix. Big Hendrix. But anyway, so she's taken this picture 2 minutes after the supposed notification has been received. So that means she's in control of the phone. Occam's razor, the Occam's razor argument, the most simple explanation is probably the most realistically true one. The mother's the one sending this text because she's holding the phone 2 minutes after it's received. You know what I mean? It's not, oh, mum, Daddy Hendrix just called you a hoe. She's seen the notification come through and immediately taken a picture of it with her bum-ass nails. You know what I'm saying? So that's already sus. The whole thing's sus already. If true, it's not a good look. But you know what? I don't know if I'm convinced, frankly. I don't know if I'm convinced, Future. Anyway, from here, right, and this goes to show you. So I believe this is the message. Is this his BM that's put this out? Saying people are saying it's Cap. She's saying definitely not Cap. The fuck I got to lie for? You said it. Definitely your number. Well, I just see Dad 1, so I don't know about that. But okay. And his. The fact that she's saying it's your number and his, I think, is maybe a little bit sus, purely because she's protesting a little too hard, I would say. But anyway, let's crack on. All right. It's all looking a bit sus, and so she's saying, so stand on it and pipe down if you don't want these recordings posted. What are the recordings going to be? I mean, Jesus. On God, you said it. They need to cancel you. Cruelty to children. Haven't seen him in 3 months, but in the same state. I can keep going. She's like, I can keep going, but she's not really said anything. I mean, she said cruelty to children with no evidence. The only cruelty is that you got called a hoe. That's cruelty to hoes, for sure. Cruelty to hoes. Absolutely cruel. But to children, I don't know. And then she's talking about recordings posted, and she's the one that's dragged her son into this whole business. I don't know if that's a picture of the son. I mean, that would be weird if it was a picture, if the kid had a picture of himself as his own thing, and it's like, Dad 1, your mother's a hoe. So that's a bit sus. That doesn't really add up. But while we're there, right, she's the one that's put this out there. I would say it's more abusive for you to air out a private domestic dispute between mother, father, and son than it is to call your mother a hoe privately. But anyway, let's keep going. Haven't seen him in 3 months. Hey, listen, Big Future might be busy, okay? I don't know what he's been up to. He could be recording. He could just be managing one of the many millions of thotties that he has on the go at once. And, it's not a great look if he hasn't seen him in 3 months, but also that's not cruelty or abuse. And at least they're in touch via text, as we can see. So, saying, I can keep going. Got a refund on his school clothes today. Petty. But what is she saying that Future got a refund on the school clothes? Or is she saying that she got a refund on his school clothes for what? Like she needed the money for something? For extra iPhones? Because clearly she's got iPhones on top of iPhones. She's taking a picture of an iPhone with another iPhone. You know what I mean? So I don't know. Don't know about that one. She said, I don't want to be... petty. Just because someone don't want to be sexually active with you and just want to co-parent. So she's saying that Future's disgruntled because the baby mama in this situation doesn't want to be sexually active with Future. And this is his diss saying, your mother's a hoe. Well, that kind of sucks. But also, if they ain't together, they ain't together. I know it is what it is. So that sort of is what it is. But she goes on to say, I do not play about my kids. I'm a mother first. Always go stand up for mine. She's a mother first. She's the kind of mother first that would air out her child's private messages and grievances for the entire world to see. You've got some fucking nerd from England now commenting on it. What kind of mother puts your information out publicly so that some neek from Bognor can have a little comment on your son and your baby father's family business? That's not very, you know what I mean? But apparently she doesn't play about her kids unless she's leaking information and private conversations her kids have had. Other than that, she doesn't play about her kids. She's a mother first, internet clout demon second, apparently. Always going to stand up for hers. And of course, Priest Future, Priest Hendrix, Pastor Hendrix comes through with a simple 3-line hit. Pray for her. I think we should all pray, and I'm going to lead the prayer. Our Father, who art in King of Diamonds Strip Club in Atlanta, hallowed be thy name, Hendrix or Future, or any other number of names that you go by. I pray that if thou from the streets thou'th shall returneth to thy streets, and if thou considers oneself thou a good mother and a mother first riding for their children, thou shalt not be a clout demon, and air out thou's 8-year-old child's public business on the internet for all, including internet neeks from Bognor Regis, to commentate on. Our future Hendrix, who art in heaven, and King of Diamond Strip Club. Amen. Etc.